Alright, so I'm making a short little video here to show you guys how to refill these little 63 XL cartridges. I happened to get this one on Amazon. I think it was like $45 for this one. And the black, obviously it's not HP. However, I'm getting to the point where I'm thinking I need to refill it. I have tried numerous different ways to refill it, but I think I found the most successful way to do so. As you can see, I have the whole setup here. This is an Amazon buy. It's pretty cheap. I think it's like 12 bucks or something like that. It might be more now. So let's get into it real quick. I've tried going in through the top, and that never works. So don't do it. I've tried it over here. As you can see, I went ahead and tore apart real quick one of the old cartridges I've had. As you can see, I tried to remove the sticker and punch holes in the top, but those are all vented special, so don't try to do it. As you can see that there's little tabs in there, right? So if you did remove the sticker, you'll notice that there's a little labyrinth underneath this sticker. So don't mess with it. It's there for a reason. It has those holes for a reason, and it almost never works out. So the alternative is to go in through the side. So as you can see here, I've opened up a cartridge just to see what it looks like on the inside. Pretty interesting, I think. And it also gives you a window into how you can do this. So what I've done is I've come over here with my cartridge here, and I think this is an 1/8 inch bit. Let me just check real quick. Yep, 1/8. It's just about the right size, so that the needle can go into the hole. And you don't really want the needle to be touching the sides of the hole. You really want it to just be in there and have plenty of room around it. So what I've done is I went ahead and poked a hole of that side, and then just, you know, halfway in between up here. So as you can see right here, I've got 2 holes on the top, 1, 2, on the other side, a single hole. I always poke through with a toothpick, check the color, make sure that it's the right color. As you can see, this is a green color. That happened to be, I don't know why actually that was, however, it still failed. So I just really would recommend that you go through the sides, get the needle in there, suck up. I put in about 4 milliliters in each each compartment received or took in about 4. Some took in about 5, but all of them took about 4. So this is, I would say, the best way to do it. Do this with your black ink as well. So if you go through this side, you can get this nice piece of tape on there, laying flat, no bubbles, no air, no, as you can see, I do have a little piece of something that's got me there, but I don't think it'll be an issue. It kind of looks like it's sealed the hole. So anyways, and you want to do this before your ink runs out. If your ink runs out, then you have this whole priming thing, and to prime it, the best way to do it is get yourself some paper towels here, wet maybe 2 sheets, fold it in half, wet it, put it on here, and then take your ink cartridge, set it, and drag it. And what you'll notice is that you'll have lines. There should be 3 lines for one for each color, but if you've run out of a certain color, you'll notice that there's will be 2 lines or 1 line. I have had to prime it in an interesting manner. What I did is I just took a paper towel, folded it over about 4 times, and I wrapped the end of this with that paper towel, and then, you guys are gonna love this, I put my mouth around this square that the paper towel is acting as a filter between my mouth and this, and I pulled in, produced a vacuum, pulled, and just tried to pull out this ink. Now that did work, because it wasn't priming for me. Even though I was having a wet paper towel and this and that, it wasn't priming. But after I did that, I did eventually get it to prime. So just make sure that you guys do this before the ink runs out. So, you know, keep tabs, and it's really easy. It's really easy to just refill these once you've already put the holes in it. I just did it by hand. You see I have the drill there. Don't do it with the drill. Get yourself a nice sharp wood bit. The wood bits look like this with a little tip on there. It's really nice. It pokes in and you can just like maybe 10 turns with pressure and it just poked right through the plastic. So I think that's all. It will produce this little disc, if you will, that's sitting inside of there. See that little guy right there? So it would be, yeah, you're gonna wanna get that out. So a toothpick in there, you just poke it in a little hole, a little donut, and it'll just pop right out. And then go ahead and stick it back on your printer. So you know it's full, which you'll have it in there and you're filling it. Just go really, really slow, and you'll notice that, so there's a sponge, that little sponge cake in there. Geez, the lighting is terrible. Let's see if I can move this over. There we go. So the sponge cake in there will start to look wet. So right now, you notice how it looks dry. It looks dry. So as I'm starting to put more liquid in there, it will start to become wet and you'll see the ink start to bubble up, and then it'll start to come out of the hole. You don't want it to come out of the hole. It just makes it a little bit messy. I guess you could, but I don't like it. So I'll watch for it. Once it starts to get wet, I'll stop. It'll soak back into the sponge. I'll put a little bit more. And it's just like when you top off the gas tank on your car. You know, you pull it and it clicks. You wait a couple seconds, you pull it and it clicks. You know, so just a little at a time. And then when I think I'm done, I'll go ahead and pull the plunger out a little bit and try to dry up just that surface sponge. And then, really important, take a paper towel, clean around the hole before you put the tape on there, because as much as you want to believe you did a good job and no ink got on there, there will be a little bit around the sides of it, and the tape won't adhere very well. So just take a clean paper towel and wipe around there, get any oil and anything, I guess that's not really a good way to say it, but get any debris, you know what I'm trying to say, get it off there. And so your tape will adhere really well. You also notice that I put a little tab on there, so it's easy to remove the tape. You can do that if you want, you don't have to, but I like doing it. Okay, so one more thing, I'll go ahead and print out a test sheet for you. Just so you know, I'm not, let's printer update, printer handling, tools. Let's do, oh, there it is. A printer quality report. There's a problem with the printer ink system. Turn it on and then back off. Shut down. These HPs are such a pain. Okay. Okay, so that seems okay. Just says it's an improper shutdown. Whatever, it's fine. Tools. Printer status report. Printer quality report. That's what I want. Give it a second. Okay, it's still thinking. It's an older printer, okay? It's not the greatest, latest and greatest. However, you know, sometimes these new printers, I don't know. I would think if I was HP, I wouldn't allow this. I'd make it so that you had to, once it knew it was out of ink, that would be it. You'd have to replace it no matter what. But these older printers, they almost don't care. Sometimes they do, but let's see how we did. Oh, not too bad. I'd say it's not too bad. It's probably not the greatest, but you know, I haven't had any issues So I think that's pretty good. Let's see if we can. That was a quality report. Clean cartridges, align printer. Let's do that. Let's align the printer. So it prints out something, you stick it in the scanner, and it does its thing. So that'll be a really good test. Load paper. Ah, just when you thought you had it all set up. Okay. Okay, I do have paper here. Jeez, try getting paper with one hand. It's not easy. There we go. Let's grab a stack-a-rooney. And of course, everything's all balanced on top of it and everything. Nothing can be easy. There we go. Load that bad boy in there. All right, yes. Yes, I do have standard paper. These older printers are also slow, so, you know, I guess it's not really that old. Oh, is this only going to print in black? No, there's some red in there. Okay. Oh, look at that. Nice and crisp red. Oh, yeah. I know the black looks like that, but I have refilled it in the same exact manner so you guys can see that it also is... Oh, look at that. Blue, too. Look at that. Look at that blue, the black, and the red. I think the only thing we don't have in here is yellow. But we also know that the yellow is working well because there's yellow there and there's yellow there. So, as you can see... Oh, geez. Okay, here we go. Yep. Paper's in there. Uh-huh. Okay. Scanning the document. So, yeah. Fill it the way I showed you, and you guys shouldn't have a problem. There's always the potential that something will go wrong. You know, let me go back to my... Oh, yeah. So, where to put the red one? There's my pinky. I know that's not really a good... Let's see, what do I have around here? Ah, this is a standard size pencil, but it's also a standard size pen. As you can see, if you just take a standard pen... Okay, come on. Do it that way. So there's the edge of your printer cartridge. Let's turn it around so you can see. I wonder if I can turn the light on. I can make it brighter. Alright, there we go. So here's your standard pencil. That's how wide it is. It's wider than your standard pen or pencil. So if you just, you know, lay your pencil or your pen on the side. See, there's the side of the pen lined up with the front of the printer cartridge. If you just make a hole right there, that'll be fine. You know, so you've got it so the edge of your pen or pencil is on the front, and now you've got a place for your hole. And as you can see, that's right in the middle of that red or the magenta. And that's exactly where you want to put your hole. Put the other one somewhere along the rest of here. So, yeah, that's a good way to gauge it as well. I forgot about that. Let's go take a look. What it says. It says it was successful. Oh, let's turn this down. Ooh, wow. There we go. Successful. Cartridges are now calibrated for the best quality print. Perfect. All right. Well, thank you guys for sticking around. I know it was a 10-minute video. I really tried to make it less. I guess, oh, probably going on 20. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end it. Thank you guys. If you have any problems, again, go ahead and hit me up.